Respected elders, educationists, teachers, and their students. As an error happened in the previous broadcasting. Now I have deleted that and repeating and starting. Respected teachers and my dear students, in this class we are to see sentence pattern. It is the how words are arranged, how words in English sentences should be framed. It is a simple revision. I have already done the sentence. I've already done the lesson sentence pattern in my video 69. Now here I am revising it. As that was a very long one, I have divided it into two parts and giving it in two videos, live videos. Come, let us see. My dear students, sentence pattern is very, very, very important to speak and write English correctly. Come. English grammar, sentence pattern, revision. Live 379 dated 5/10/2025. Or here, it would be apt to say 6 because it is midnight. I mean, 6/10/2025. Sentence pattern, revision part 1. Before knowing the pattern of sentences, we should know the four kinds of sentences used in English. My dear children, in English, as in other languages, four kinds of sentences are used. They are statement, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. These four kinds of sentences are used in English, as in other all renowned classical languages are used. These are the main kinds of sentences used in all the classical languages. They are all renowned world languages, including Tamil. After these four kinds of sentences, you are normally seeing the pattern of sentence only for the statement. It is mainly because in the other three kinds of sentences, the nature and position of verbs are different. My dear children, even though there are four kinds of sentences are used in English, they have defined the sentence pattern only for the statement. It is mainly because the other three kinds of sentences, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory, only the verbs, that is, the position of verbs are different. That's all. So, the English have defined the rules only for the statement. If we know the pattern of your statement, from that we can learn the pattern of other kinds of sentences very easily. It is in in statement, five elements are used. In statement sentence, five elements are used. They are subject, verb, object, complement, and adjective. These five elements are used in an English statement sentence. If you are well aware of the position of these five elements, then we can speak and write English correctly. Now, let us see one by one. That is five elements: subject, verb, object, complement, and adjunct. That is adverb. These five elements are used in a statement, in English statement sentence. Now, let us see the one by one. Subject. Normally, the subject occupies the first position in a sentence. Normally, the subject occupies the first position in a sentence. What can be used as the subject? Any noun, or pronoun, or any class or a phrase. That is, any noun or pronoun or any clause or a phrase can be used as the subject. Let us see the examples. Ronnie studies English. Here, Ronnie is the subject. Rani, that is the proper noun. We learn English. We pronoun. What he said is not the matter. What he said, class here, what he said, these three words, this clause is the subject, is not the matter. That is a clause. Then, walking in the morning is a good exercise. Walking in the morning, a phrase. Here, a phrase has been used as a subject. In the first sentence, here now pronoun. In the proper noun. In the second sentence, a pronoun. In the third sentence, a clause. In the fourth sentence, a phrase have been used as subjects. Okay. Then now let us see the second element, verb. In a statement, verb normally follows the subject. Normally, verb would follow the subject. Normally, verb would follow the subject. There can be maximum four verbs in a sentence. My dear children, in English statement sentence, from one minimum one verb, maximum four verbs can be used. In English statement sentence, four verbs can be used. Minimum one, maximum four. Anyhow, whatever it is, whether it is one verb or four verbs, that doesn't matter. Among the four verbs, one verb should be the final verb. If there is only one verb, there should be the final verb. If there are two or three or four, there should be one final verb. And the remaining one, two, or three should be auxiliary verbs. Let us see. Let us see the examples. I study English. Only one verb. Finite verb. I'm studying English. Studying finite verb. I'm auxiliary. I have been studying three verbs. Studying finite verb. Have been auxiliaries. Two verbs. I shall have been studying English. Studying finite verb. Shall have been three auxiliary verbs. So, my dear children, in an English statement, in an English sentence, maximum four verbs can be used. Minimum one verb, maximum four verbs can be used. Whatever it is, if there is only one verb, there should be a finite verb. If there are more than one verb should be the finite verb. The remaining verbs should be auxiliary verbs. Third, object. Normally, object follows the verb. Normally, object comes after the verb. In English, in English statement sentence, object normally follows the verb. See, now we should know what is an object. We should know, or we should have known. If you don't know, let us learn that. If you don't know, let us learn that. I introduce to you. You see, the word or a phrase. So, the word or the phrase that gives the answer for any one of the two questions, whom or what. Any word or phrase that gives the answer to any one of the two questions, whom or what, is the object. Is the object. Let us see. Let us see the example. The word that gives the answer for any one of the two questions, whom or what, is called the object. You see, I study English. The question is, what do I study? I study English. So English is the object. I met Karthi. Whom did I meet? I met Karthi. So Karthi is the object. What did I study? I studied English. English is the object. Whom did I meet? I met Karthi. So Karthi is the object. So object in statement, object normally follows the verb. That is normally comes after the verb. What is an object? The word, yeah, the word or phrase that gives the answer to any one of the two questions, whom or what, is the object. Then fourth, complement. What is complement? It is nothing. Complement. It is nothing. The word or phrase that qualifies either the subject or the object is called a complement. That is the word or phrase that qualifies either the subject or the object is called the complement. The complement is nothing but they are adjectives, mainly adjectives. Mainly adjectives are called complement. Okay. Now, I mean, if the complement qualifies the subject, it is called subject complement. If the complement qualifies the object, it is called object complement. You see, a complement is a part which qualifies either the subject or the object. The complement that qualifies the subject is called the object complement. The subject complement normally comes after the verbs. My dear children, the complement that qualifies the subject is called subject complement. The subject complements normally comes after the be verbs am, is, or, was, were. Subject complements normally comes after the be verbs. Here is an example. Devi is a doctor. Here a doctor is the complement. It qualifies the subject Devi. So a doctor is the subject complement. I am old or I am old. The old is a subject complement because old qualifies the subject I. You are young. You are young. Or you are a student. You are a student. Here a student is the subject complement because a student qualifies you. It tells who you are. You qualifies you. So a student is a subject complement. It normally comes after the be verbs am, is, are, was, were. Note: the subject complement may also come after the action verbs. Normally, subject complements comes after the be verbs. It can also come after the action verbs. Example: Devi felt happy. Happy plus the complement happy qualifies the subject Devi. So happy is the subject complement. So the subject complement mainly could come after the be verbs. It can also come after an action verb. Then the complement that qualifies the object is called the object complement. The object complement normally comes after the object. My dear children, the complement that qualifies the object is called object complement. The object complement normally comes after the object. Let us see the examples. Velu made his son a doctor. Value subject made verb his son object. A doctor. In the here, a doctor qualifies the object his son. So it is called a doctor is called the object complement. My dear children, here a doctor qualifies the subject daily. So it is called a subject complement. But here a doctor qualifies the object his son. So here a doctor is mean object complement. Yeah, we made Kati a captain. Subject, verb, object. A captain qualifies the object Kati. So it is object complement. Then I mean, my dear children, there are as a complement, there are two kinds of complements: subject complement, object complements. A complement that qualifies the subject is called subject complement. The object that qualifies the object is called object complement. And we have seen where the subject and object complements should be placed. Then the fifth element we have to say. Adjunct is the fifth element that we are going to see. Adjunct. It is adjunct, an adverbial word or phrase. What is adjunct? An adverbial word or phrase is called adjunct. My dear children, what can be used as adjunct? Place, time, reason, frequency, and manner are used as adjunct. Place, time, reason, frequency, and manner are used as adjuncts. I am giving these five elements: place, time, reason, frequency, and manner. These five elements can be used as adjuncts. Now let us see the examples. I met him in Trichy place. Adjunct. I met him yesterday. Time. Yesterday, time. I met him for money. Reason. For money. For what? Why? Then I met him often. Frequency. Often frequency. He ran fast. Fast manner. She danced beautifully. Beautifully manner. My dear children, in addition these five elements, the I mean the subordinate, in addition the five elements that we saw, that is place, time, reason, frequency, and manner. The subordinate classes of these, the subordinate classes of when, where, if, as, since, because, though, what, that can also be used as adjuncts. Those I mean, instead of those five elements, these subordinate, so the subordinate classes of these elements, these conjunctions, the subordinate classes of these conjunctions can be used as adjuncts. Let us see the example. When I went to the market, I met him. When I went to the market, yeah, subordinate class can be used as adjunct. As he worked hard, he got good marks. As he worked hard, adjunct. If you work hard, you will get good marks. If you work hard, adjunct. She asked which my book was. Which my book was, adjunct. I know, I know where the book is. Where the book is, adjunct. He asked what my father was. What my father was. I mean, the adjunct. Though he ran fast, he missed the bus. Though he ran fast, adjunct. He said that he was happy. That he was happy, adjunct. Respected teachers and my dear children, thus we have seen, without knowing the pattern of sentence, who can neither speak nor write English correctly. In English, that is, uh, the four kinds of sentences are used in English: statement, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. Out of these four kind of sentences, only the English given the rules for the grammatical rules for a statement only. It is because only in statements the words are arranged correctly. Regarding imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, the position of the word differs. So if we know well the position of parts of speech, the position of parts of speech in statements. From that, who can easily learn the position of parts of speech in other kinds of sentences. So they have defined the position of parts of speech in each state. In English, four kinds of sentences. See, in statements, five elements are used: subject, verb, object, complement, and adjunct. We have seen we have seen what can be used as a subject. What can verbs. Then what can then objects. Then objects are used as complement. What are the complements? Subject complement and object complements. And adjunct. That means adverbial word or phrase is called adjunct. That's all. See, regarding adjunct, it is very important. It is also very difficult because five elements: place, time, reason, manner, frequency and manner are used as adjuncts. In addition that, the subordinate classes of when, while, etc. are used as conjunction, are used as adjunct. So when there comes more than one when comes more than one adverbs in a sentence, how they should be placed, it is very difficult. There are, because five elements, particularly five elements: time, place, time, reason, manner, frequency. When more than one adverbs occur in a sentence, how they should be placed, that is very very important. So within placing that change, who will see that following class. And also, I have explained what is an object. But regarding objects, there are two kinds of objects. One is a direct object and another is the indirect objects. When direct and indirect objects come in a sentence or comes, how they should be placed in a sentence. These are very important. All these things we will see in the following class. That is the place of adverbs and the place of direct and indirect objects. All these things we will see in the following class. I am revising it. That also you got to know. So okay, whether you have seen my previous, first videos or not, that doesn't matter. Now learn the sentence pattern from these live videos. Respected teachers, educationists, and my dear, children, learn English, learn grammar, English grammar, and although English phonology. Well, then only you can speak rightly and also in the correct with correct pronunciation to win all towards you. You should speak, phonetically and grammatically with the correct words. your pronunciation should be correct, and also your grammar should be correct. So only you can win others very easily. If only you are the master of English language, you can rule the world. Without English, you cannot rule. You cannot know either the world, either scientific world, particularly. Without English, you cannot thoroughly know the scientific world. So it is my kind request, my dear children and my dear teachers, learn the grammar well and also the phonology of English well. Then only you can give them your students easily. So I request for the both the teaching and learning community to be well aware of English grammar as well as English phonology. Respected teachers and my dear children, I thank all of you for patiently and keenly watching my lesson recording sentence pattern. Till I meet you in the next class, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.